In the 300 series, there are 3 different equipment levels available. There is the Power, Profi and the Profi Plus version. In this video we will have a special focus on the Power version, because also this equipment variant has all the necessary basic functions. The basic vehicle remains the same in all the different equipment levels. The 300 series is very well known for a compact and agile designed machine. We have an empty weight of only 5 tons and a high permissible weight of 8.5 tons, so that means a high payload. The horsepower range starts with 113 horsepower with the 311 and goes up to 152 horsepower in our top model, the 314, of course including our intelligent dynamic performance system. In the hydraulic system we have up to 4 double-acting spool valves, and one of them is also available in the front. If there is a load sensing system, it provides up to 110 liters per minute. And there's also a power beyond connection in the rear available, for example, for a loader wagon. The front power lift is also different variants in the power version. So there is the standard front power lift, the comfort front power lift with position control, and the comfort front power lift with load relief control, like we have it here. The major differences between the Power, Profi and Profi Plus version are in the cab. So let's get inside and have a look. The armrest is in nearly all the Fendt 1 machines the same. So we have in the 300 Power also our new comfortable drive lever. On the left hand side we have the orange buttons for engine and transmission. So we have, for example, cruise control 1 and 2 and engine speed memory 1 and 2. There is also one white button which is freely assignable. 4 more white buttons are on the drive lever. There are also 2 hydraulic valves which work proportional. The 4 buttons with go and end can be assigned with any function or with the automatic function for the front and rear power lift and the PTO as well. Next to the drive lever we have the crossgate lever, which works for 2 hydraulic valves or for operating the front loader. Here we see the power setting 2. Power setting 1 has, instead of the crossgate lever, 2 linear modules. The power lift works exactly in the same way as in all the other Fendt 1 machines. That means we have, for example, for the rear power lift, a linear module and a rotary control for the depth. With the linear module it makes it very easy to attach any implement, because the rear power lift works completely proportional in the back. Next to the operating place for the rear and front power lift, there is the activation button for front and rear PTO. All the detailed settings are done with the turn push dial in the 10-inch dashboard behind the steering wheel. All the detailed settings can be done in the 10-inch digital dashboard and with the turn push dial. As you can hear, the engine is already running, so we can do all the settings. Each function has its own menu side. To change between them, you have to push the turn push dial to the right or to the left to select them. We start with the tractor info. In the center there is the speed, cruise control 1 speed and cruise control 2 speed, front and rear linkage, and the hydraulics. And on the left and right side there is the engine speed and the travel speed, as well as the fuel levels. The first menu is the hydraulics. In the top we can select which hydraulic valve we want to set. For example, the blue one. After unlocking all the hydraulic valves, we can do all the detailed settings, like to change the flow rate in plus, or we can switch off the time. In the next page we have engine and transmission. First is cruise control. So to adjust cruise control 2, for example, in this case. Another way is to save the current speed if we press the pre-selection button for about 3 seconds, and then this value is already also saved. Another menu is for engine and transmission. Here we can set as well the engine speed, and this is the same way. So if we want to save the current engine speed, just press engine speed memory button 1 for about 3 seconds, and this value is also saved. Next page is the rear linkage. Here we can find the maximum height, the lifting speed, lowering speed, and as well our value for the position control. Here is also the menu for the PTO settings like stationary mode, automatic mode, and the selection of the PTO speed. If no speed is pre-selected and we want to start the PTO by clicking 2 times at standstill, here we have a window popping up and we can select the speed we like. If we activate the rear PTO, then this window closes. If we now want to change the current PTO speed, we press the button and hold it until this window pops up, and now we can change it. And after starting, it disappears again. On the next page we have the front power lift menu. Here there is as well the maximum height, lifting speed, lowering speed, and the PTO functions. On the bottom we have the button for the automatic mode of the front linkage and the additional settings. In this case we have the additional settings for the load relief control. If we change now the value, then the front mower is lifted up to his perfect weight on the ground, and then the mower is running very smooth and without any dirt in the grass. Of course, we can change as well all the white buttons. First of all, we have to unlock it, and then we can search for a function we like to have on the drive lever. For example, engine speed memory 2. And I like to have it in the top. And now on the drive lever we see here an orange LED. That means we have an engine and transmission function here. There's also the menu for the front axle suspension, for the front loader if it's mounted. We have fuel consumption. We can set the width, and we can also set if we want to like liters per hour, liters per hectare, or liters per 100 kilometer. If we want to see more details, then there is the onboard computer, and here there is the fuel consumption and the working time as well. There are also general settings available, as well as service and diagnostics, and the light settings for light setting 1 and 2. And the last chapter is the climatization menu. For a quick change we have this rotary control here, and for the bigger settings in the 10-inch dashboard. And if we go one slide again to the right, then there is the tractor main page back again. That's it, the 300 Vario in the power version.